What is good, everybody? It's your boy, That King Boo, and today is December 30th, 2025. And today I have some news for you. And unfortunately, it is some bad news because AI strikes again, and it is now affecting the next generation consoles. I will be discussing this article by Insider Gaming, and just by reading the title, it's not looking too good. It says, RAM price increases could see next generation console releases delayed. Let's get into it. Insider Gaming has learned that the ongoing price increases in RAM due to the rise in AI could delay the next generation of console releases. From what we've heard, the industry as a whole is concerned about RAM availability, as they should be, and what that is going to mean for mass producing consoles at a competitive price point. Not only for the next generation, but it could also mean that yet more price increases for current generation consoles will hit us in 2026. RAM modules have increased in price by several 100% in the past few months due to the demand for AI. And with the pursuit of AI seemingly not going away anytime soon, RAM availability could continue to be a bottleneck, or at the very least, the RAM shortage will mean that prices will continue to hike. It leaves console producers in a very tricky spot moving forward. And while consoles have traditionally been subsidized to a certain extent in the past, it seems like RAM availability and price increases will mean that the next generation of consoles, which were already believed to be much higher in price than previous generations, could be extortionate. Hey, okay, AI is really messing up everything, and honestly, it is really putting a strain on the gaming community. And like they were saying before, and a lot of people really don't know that a lot of these companies that make these consoles, like Sony and Microsoft, they take a little bit of a hit when actually selling these consoles. They actually take a loss, and due to the tariffs already increasing the prices, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Xbox Series X is like $650 and the PS Pro is like $650, which is expensive and is really too rich for my blood. Luckily, I got my stuff like well before that has happened, and it's insane how they just increased the price to this extent on 5-year-old hardware. But yeah, typically, like, when these consoles are made, they don't use the latest and greatest technology because it'll be too expensive, and they use older technology and just basically to basically get it at an affordable price for the average consumer. This is starting to really get out of hand, because I mean, $650 is already too much for any console, and honestly, I think they should delay it, because if you think about it, right, just looking at the PS4 to PS5 like kind of like standpoint, right, in 2025, I think there was an article written that said basically the active users, there's more active users on PS5 now than there is on PS4. So that means people are like, the active users are just now getting to the point to where, you know, more people are on PS5. That's what I'm basically trying to say. It's finally getting to the point that more people on the PS5, and that took 5 years, right? So and honestly, if it took that long for people to actually get PS5s, how you, like, think about this, how long is it going to be for people, how long is it going to take for people to get the PS6 or whatever they're going to call it, and especially with the AI booming like this. I mean, say if they drop this console next year, right, I'm looking for it to be around $750, maybe $800. Like, do you think people from the PS4 are gonna just skip to the PS5, or the people that or the people gonna skip to the PS6, the PS4 to the PS6? Hell, people are having problems just getting to the PS4 to the PS5. Like, it really doesn't it doesn't really look good because it's getting to the point to where it's just like we're as gamers we're unfortunately we're being priced out. We're being priced out, and it is becoming more of a luxury every single month. It just seems like it's really becoming a luxury, which, don't get me wrong, it's always been a luxury, but it's getting to the point to where it's like becoming like an extreme like luxury at this point. I mean, dude, like in my 30 years of living, I've never seen a console in my life get to 650, and because of the AI boom and like this RAM shortage, it could increase even more. I mean, hell, honestly, let's get on the Steam machine real quick, man. You heard a whole bunch of stuff about the Steam machine. Everybody was excited, and now you don't really hear too much about it because of the RAM shortage. And Valve, they haven't even came out with an actual price, and this thing's supposed to be coming out like next year. I won't be surprised if they delay that, because to be honest with you, I know how Steam is. I honestly think the Steam machine was going to be priced around maybe like $700 to $800 anyway, which is honestly expensive for a lot of people. Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, I actually have no problem if they delay it. I mean, I've heard that they could delay it to 2030, which I don't mind. And plus, if we're being actually real, man, they need to actually like start dropping the prices on the PS5s and the Xbox Series X's, bro. There's no way they should be that expensive whatsoever, especially for how old the hardware is. Oh snap, I didn't know this was down here. Let me keep on reading. From what we understand, the situation has led console manufacturers to debate whether the next generation of consoles should be delayed for their intended 2027 to 2028 release window, with the hope that RAM manufacturers will be able to build out their infrastructure to produce more RAM, thereby allowing prices to drop. Regardless of what happens, though, it seems that the next couple of years could see the current generation of consoles increase in further price. Okay, cool. So basically, yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. It's basically, yeah, it's unfortunate. And plus, like I said, man, I honestly, I feel like it should be delayed. It honestly should, because with COVID happening, a lot of people couldn't get their hands on these consoles, and the world essentially stopped. And now with tariffs, the economic state, it's people are basically kind of scraping up money. There's some people that are saving and getting PS5s and Xbox Series X's and enjoying them, but there's a lot of people that aren't. And honestly, I feel like we don't need them right now. That's just all I'm gonna say. That's just point blank period. We don't need it right now. We don't need a new PS6. We don't need the new Xbox. We just don't need it right now. And honestly, there hasn't been enough exclusives for this generation to even, for even us to even be discussing or even going to next generation consoles. So yeah, guys, honestly, like I always say before, guys, just save your money. And just always vote with your wallet, and just put the things that are important, the things that you need, put that first. I mean, for a lot of, like I said, for gaming isn't the most important thing in the world. Getting food, having a roof over your head is the most important thing. So man, make sure to take care of that first before you even get into just like buying all of these games and and just spending your money on all these games and stuff like that, guys. So yeah, that is it for today, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.